Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Corrine Tilly, an Oniromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Guided by Corrine Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare, and welcome back to The Witcher 3. So we got confirmation now that an older Dandelion is the one acting as the narrator.
Kill one more beast, they'll give you the keys to the city.
I've been in here before. So anyway, where we last left off, I was hunting down
What a freak.
Dandelion's contacts, one by one, and I've got 2 names left on the list. And yeah, the older Dandelion being the narrator is actually also from the books. There are little snippets from Dandelion's biography that are spread throughout the books, between chapters.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside, class is in session.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come
You're
after.
grey like my grandma.
Why not? A rat bit him, and he's caught a fever.
Where'd he get bit?
It hurt him much.
Will he die?
You don't die from rats, stupid.
Yes, you do. Just the other day I saw a witch hunter tell a man, "You rat," and then he killed him.
Liar. That's enough.
Mum,
We're done for the day.
where are ya?
Gather your things and go home.
Imagine your mum's back home.
Get well.
Like as not.
How do you know?
Mum says that if he but catches a cough, he's as good as in the grave. This one's got a fever.
Interesting kids.
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe? No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelion's? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snakely whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for your help. Farewell.
So she has some very particular tastes in the bedroom. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to steal all the schoolhouse's books. But yeah, thankfully she doesn't seem to bring those interests with her into the classroom. a metaphorical classroom. I mean, obviously she was talking about them right here. Anyway, looks like we've got one last name on the list, Rosa var Atra, which is I believe, the lady who needed a good sword trainer. Clearly in the good part of town.
Did you catch it? No. Only
Driving it slippery in the power of this flame. Scrambled out the hole in the back wall. Remember, sounds like it might have been rattled. Maybe so. Both misses are fondly freaks. 1,000 believers can do good. Ears open and eyes peeled. What do you want?
Rosa var Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits.
Kind of wonder what happens if you say you're a cook.
I hope you realise what you've gotten yourself into.
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little. Follow me.
Alright, so I probably have to equip it, but it's... Oh, that's right. Yes, it's a quest item, so you can't accidentally lose it in the 5 steps it takes to get down into the training basement here.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Wonder if she recognizes that he's a witcher. And at this point, I think your weapon gets swapped, whether you did so manually or not.
Ratchet! You're quick!
We're just standing here.
Come on.
Okay, so she can't take too much punishment, looks like.
Damn it! Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
I'm a witcher. I'm looking for...
A witcher? That's splendid. I always wanted to meet a witcher. This is so exciting.
What's so exciting about it?
Living on the edge. Tracking, then facing down beasts. Sleeping under the stars. Oh, it must be wonderful.
Try fighting a Zoogle while up to your neck in sewage. Nothing quite like it.
Not one of the high points, I suppose. Wait, weren't you about to ask me something?
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Alright.
What? Lost your nerve?
Oh, she's going for a little further this time. Now, come on. If you do this too quick, you won't learn anything.
Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Let's see where this can go.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Wait a minute. Mean to say Dandelion mixed you two up?
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Changing subjects. Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Kalonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Kalonetta. Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
So, as you might guess from the flirty tone of voice, she is a fling option. A one-time thing. There are many of those, aside from the 2 main romance options. Kira was another one, for instance. But yeah, the Rosavar Atra is another option. Another opportunity, I guess. But anyway, I've decided to be monogamous in this playthrough. In part because...
Simpleton, simpleton.
Let me through, man.
Simpleton.
Jeez. Oh, I can't even go through there. Come on.
Abomination.
Whoa!
Where in the world is the front door? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Wait. There it is. Thank goodness. Anyway, figure I might as well get this little bit of a side quest out of the way first. And it's technically tomorrow, so let's see.
Piss off! None of your kind will get here on my watch.
You know, let's just play it safe. Go back to, I don't know, noon or so. Wouldn't let me meditate for some reason. Let's try that again.
Rain will cleanse the city's streets. Falling in love. Piss off! None of your kind will get in here on my watch.
Ah!
He's still being mean, but, no matter. I can get in on his watch, despite what he says.
K-Swex.
Okay, let's try a little bit more than 24 hours. Oh, good. Oh, and apparently I've got to talk to the guard captain, and I'm already inside.
Youth these days.
Alright, alright.
Greetings! You here for a specific reason?
Got a meeting with Rosa, a fencing lesson.
Geralt of Rivia, yes? Miss Rosa stepped out for a walk. Near Temple Bridge, she said. She asked that you join her.
Guess it's gonna be an interesting lesson. Thanks.
But yeah. So, big benefit of monogamy in this game is fewer incidences where the video gets demonetized for nudity. Or other sexual situations. And by the way, yeah, I could summon the horse this whole time in Novigrad. But you don't really get too much out of riding a horse, because you're only allowed to canter. Oh, what's all this about? Oh, okay. So a couple of guys who, by all appearances, were minding their own business, decided to pick a fight with a Witcher on a horse, riding past, minding his own business. What a city. What a town.
Deliver us from anything.
Anyway, I did decide to summon Roach this time because, well, she's a considerable distance away, and for some reason, I just felt like not using the signposts this time.
From now on, assume your every move's observed.
Still not allowed to gallop. But hey, on the plus side, it gave me time to explain a few things. And we're just about there, and we can finally gallop. I remember this area.
Nilfgaardian regiment always accompany you on your walks?
Always. Papa's orders. It's for your protection, Rosa dear. People here hate us. Why? What have I done to them? But enough about that. Soldier, you may leave.
But His Excellency Ambassador Bar Atra said that...
And this excellency is telling you otherwise. Do you not recognize him? This is Geralt of Rivia, the best swordsman the North has ever seen. I'm safe with him. Now march off, quickly. Left, right, left, right. Finally. Let's go, Geralt. I've something I wish to show you.
You're using me. Don't like it one bit.
And I don't like lacy frills and Redanian novels, but you don't hear me complaining. Now follow me.
Alright, so let's see what this is all about. Seems like it's up on the bridge here, and we're not getting any conversation along the way, so...
Here. You see, I thought that instead of training in a dank old cellar, we'd move around in the open air. A duel on a bridge, like in the novels. Now draw your sword.
Only got my steel and silver swords. We should be fighting with practice weapons.
We should, but you of all people ought to know. There's much more fun in doing things you shouldn't.
Listen, I'd really rather not hurt you.
Stop patronizing me, or you'll be the one to get hurt. Now on guard. Ow! Ow! Stop! I yield!
You alright?
Yes. The only thing you've really hurt is my pride.
By the way, how'd you get interested in fencing?
I was bored. I've no friends here. Papa keeps me on a short lead. It's banquet after banquet after banquet. I detest banquets.
Boring conversations, terrible food, and weak booze.
Exactly. At least with a sword in hand, I can have some fun. You know, blow off steam.
Alright, what's next?
We should return. Just forgive me, Geralt. I know this might sound awkward. But would you mind turning around for a moment? My corset's shifted. It's pinching me terribly.
I can understand a woman wanting to look pretty, but fighting in a corset, it slows you. Rosa? Shit, she ran off. Anything happens to her, Varatra will kill me. Need to find her. Can't be far.
He literally just turned his head for a second. These footprints are so clear I can hardly even need Witcher vision.
Far from home, aren't you, sweetie? And there's no telling if you'll ever get back.
She's Ambassador Varatra's daughter. She's got diplomatic immunity.
I don't really understand the shite you're saying. Now it's clear you love your black ones.
It's no surprise, Lucas. Witches are drawn to monsters, just the way things are. But this beastie, we wouldn't send the word ourselves.
I believe you've offended the young lady. Now apologize, as nicely as you can.
Forgive me, milady. I am sorry.
Your turn. Be nice like your friend. Bow low, and go be a patriot somewhere else.
Lucas and Kobe. I shall remember those names. And when the Emperor takes Novigrad, I will find them and have them pay.
Easy. Didn't hurt you in the end.
They raised their hand against me. That's enough to have that hand lopped off.
And you wonder why the locals hate Nilfgaard.
I thought you were different from other Nordlings. That you understand us, our sense of justice. I see I was wrong.
You should go home now. And take the shortest, not the scenic route.
I understand. Farewell, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
So yeah, that is not how to handle her if you want to get into her pants. Well, that's fine with me. She wasn't all that friendly in the end. Anyway. Looks like I've got another fairly low-level contract here. In the Bits. So I guess it's the east end of town. Or maybe the Bits is just where I found it.
Right.
Damn, what's with all the traffic all of a sudden? Well, regardless of what this neighborhood is called, I've got a place to be, so I'm going there. Oh, and I got a new marker. Southern Gate. There are a lot of gates more south than this one.
Don't like folk wandering around here.
Oh yeah? Well, got a beast you need someone to get rid of? I'm here about the notice.
Supervisor Lund posted it. Yeah, a beast haunts the outskirts, murdering folk. Got them scared to leave their homes after dusk.
Like to talk to this supervisor.
Too bad he don't receive petitioners.
So what's he do exactly?
Delivers relief on behalf of the city council, flour and groats for the paupers, meaning he don't do it personally. He's got men for that. He himself,
Supervises.
Exactly.
I aim to hunt down this monster.
Best hurry then, some other bloke's already after it.
Who took the contract?
Didn't see the man. Was just told some brave fool turned up.
Any eyewitnesses to these attacks?
No, just the bodies. Beast appears only at night. Chooses isolated victims.
When do you find the last victim?
Just last night. Hubert, a beggar, but a decent man. I'd let him sleep in the shed from time to time. That one on the right. Eustace hasn't come for the corpse yet. It's lying in there where I found it.
Thanks. So long.
Alright, guess we're heading over to the shed. It's really down the way over here. A lot bigger than a shed, too.
Blood, but not human. Monster was wounded. Not the marks of a garcane or a fletter. Blood's all sucked out. A lesser vampire?
Alright, looks like we got some tracks to follow. Down onto the waterfront. And then back up again. Past the ditch diggers. And to the end of a pier.
Tracks end here. Ought to look for prints on the other side.
Should go take a look at that water mill. Yep, sure enough.
Rat corpses. Not a drop of blood left in them. Gotta be an Ekimara.
Alright. In that case, vampire oil sounds appropriate. Oh. Sounds like I've caught up to the other... Well, fair enough. It's not just anybody. It's Lambert.
Greetings, Lambert.
Damn, it's good to see you, Wolf.
Decide to do some hunting in Novigrad? For as I remember, you never liked this city.
Still don't. Thing is, I got a certain matter to take care of.
What have you been up to? Any luck on the path?
A lot, in fact. Quite the takings in Lan Exeter. Was asked to hunt down a giant who turned out to be a forest troll, and some bandits.
Bandits?
Came as a package with the troll.
The matter you mentioned. Anything I can help with?
Maybe. But we'll talk about that later. Got our reward to collect. I'm kinda in a hurry. Let's say you've earned half. What the hell?
Let's go.
So?
What do you think? We did what we had to do. Time to pay up.
Wait here, I'll go see the supervisor, get your reward.
Do that ourselves. No reason you should abandon your post.
Can't argue with reason. Go on in.
You just use the mind spell?
We dealt with the monster at the docks. Here for our reward.
Witches? Since when do you travel in pairs?
A lot of dangers lie in wait for a lone witcher. Bandits, for example.
I advise you to change your tone.
Where's Yad Karadin? Talk.
Who?
Trust me, Geralt, this is important. There's something I gotta know.
I do not know any Karadin. Take your coin for the before and bugger off, before I lose my temper.
Where's Yad Karadin? Asking you for the last time.
Guards! To the dungeon with them!
Oh, great. So I gotta deal with the guards then. Really shouldn't have bunched up like that. So who the hell is Yad Karadin anyway?
This guy's more trouble than the Ekimara.
Karadin's disappeared, I swear. The others too. I only know of Vienne.
What about Vienne?
She drinks at the Seven Cats. There day and night.
See? You can be helpful.
That was murder. Was that really necessary?
Yes. More guardsmen will show soon. Let's go. Meet me at the Seven Cats. I'll tell you everything there.
The Tavern Vienne frequents?
Yeah, see you later.
Right. So we did learn something. We learned that this neighborhood is called the Four Corners. Apparently we picked up the contract in the bits, but the people who posted it live in the Four Corners, which is the name of this part of the outskirts. Anyway, let's flee the scene of the crime and head back over to the Seven Cats Inn. Been there a couple of times lately. So what's one more?
Alright, high time you explain some things. Why'd you kill Lund? What's this all about?
Want the short version or the long one?
Let me hear the whole thing.
I had a friend. Aiden was his name.
You had a friend?
Oh, you're fucking hilarious. I met him soon after I'd accepted a contract to lift the curse from the Ogre of Elander. Aiden had been hired to kill it. He was a witcher from the School of the Cat.
Far as I remember, the ogre was killed in the end.
Yeah. After it gutted my employer, we really didn't have a choice. I cut a deal with Aiden. We joined forces, split the reward for killing the ogre between us. After that, we worked together a lot. Hands down the best man I'd ever met. I mean, I like you, you know that. Still, no comparison.
What happened to him?
Some time ago, Aiden took on a contract to lift a curse off a duke's daughter. It was a political mess from the start. Then there was hatred for the School of the Cat to deal with.
They worked hard to deserve that hate. Basically turned hired assassins.
Aiden wasn't like that. Anyway, some of the Duke's courtiers had designs. Weren't at all keen on the curse being lifted from the Duke's firstborn. So a band of trained assassins ambushed Aiden. Murdered him. Our dear supervisor was one of them.
And he had Caradin?
The assassin's leader. And the one to deal the mortal blow.
Sorry about your friend.
Don't need your sympathy. Just your help. We have to talk to Vienne. Must have had enough to drink by now. Let's go.
Vienne.
What do you want?
We want to see Yad Caradin.
Now, why would I help you?
It's really important to my friend here.
And what will I get out of it?
Pay for your beer, for starters. Then we'll see how valuable your information is.
I was part of Caradin's band, but when was that? I don't know where to find him. I've fallen out with a lot. Besides, he's no longer chummy with his old mates. Word around town is he's changed.
Caradin's changed? What do you mean?
He's dropped all his old connections. Stopped taking on petty killings. He's hidden himself away in some hole. Must be planning something big.
Who else was in Caradin's band?
Aside from me, Sleaze, Hammond and Lund, but they've scattered all over the world. Sleaze went to Tresigor, Hammond to Skellige, and Lund...
Lund's dead.
Finally met his match. Well, you've only Hammond or Sleaze to talk to then.
This, Sleaze. Where can we find her?
She's done well for herself. Runs a brothel in Tresigor, the kind rich men frequent. Whores suck information out of them. Then she sells it.
Name of this brothel?
The Black Lily. Sleaze always did have horrible taste.
We need information about Hammond.
Caradin's right-hand man once. When the band broke up, he went back to Pharaoh once he had come. He's a pirate now. Even the Jarls treat him with respect.
What about you? What's your story?
Scoia'tael. Unit was decimated, so I joined Caradin. They never treated me as an equal. No. I could hit a sparrow from 100 paces, but I was never good enough for Caradin. He always preferred that cunt Sleaze.
You have a hand in the murder of the Witcher Aiden?
Perhaps. I don't remember.
Satisfied?
She doesn't know anything. We need to talk to Hammond and Sleaze.
Don't go looking for Caradin. If he senses you nipping at his heels, he'll kill you without batting an eye.
We'll see. As for you...
No, Lambert.
Right. Better to leave her like this.
What about my coin? Arseholes.
You gotta help me, Geralt. Best thing will be to split up. You sail to Skellige. Try to squeeze something out of Hammond. I'll go to Tredegor and meet with Solis.
Lambert, let's talk about this.
No, let's not. This is one of those situations, serious situations, when you don't ask unnecessary questions and just help your friend.
Where'll we meet once I'm back?
At the Nowhere Inn.
All right, I'm off. Good luck.
So yeah, we won't be getting back to this one in a while. Gotta get to Skellige first. Yeah, something I appreciate about Lambert is that he's got a special way of crossing his arms that accounts for the giant pieces of armor on his biceps. Anyway. Looks like it's just about time for me to do the Fists of Fury. And both fellows should be somewhere within the city limits. Looks like they shouldn't be too hard to track down. And yeah, honestly I was hoping to just have a regular conversation with Lambert. Maybe challenge him to a card game. I guess that's not happening though.
I'm thinking that not apparent to you.
Name's Geralt.
Patty Gruber. I'm a bookie. I trust you're here to fight.
What can you tell me about these fights?
Bouts are held in Novigrad, the Skellige Isles, and in Velen. Each region has its champion, but to face the said champion, you must first defeat 3 other contenders in that region. Defeat the champions of Velen, Skellige, and Novigrad, and you will win the prestigious title of Champion of Champions.
I'm ready.
Hear that? A fight at last! Our champion, Archibald O'Neill, to face Geralt! Fight!
Oh, this is a dodgy one. Not dodgy enough, though. Especially not when I get him into a corner.
Mistake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion! The man who dethroned Archibald O'Neill! Bravo to Geralt! A beautiful bout!
Want to be crowned the best in Novigrad. Who do I gotta fight?
Well, if you yearn to fight some more, you must certainly face the captain of the guard.
Alright. Well, I guess at least one of these had to be straightforward and simple. I mean, there was just nothing at all to that fight. Archie didn't even say anything. I wonder if his name is a reference to someone. A lot of these boxers are references. Either to real-life figures or to fictional ones.
Enough in the gutter. It's raining again.
Yeah, aside from being slightly tougher than the usual boxing opponent, there really wasn't that much to it. But hopefully there will be something a little bit more interesting now that I'm going to go fight the captain of the guard. Hang on, this doesn't look related.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. White Wolf, they call you? You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
This is about that priest I offended, isn't it?
Over my dead body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating. It'll just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
So yeah, I was right. Come on.
Time to end this.
Not guards. Witch hunters.
Life's wet enough in the gutter.
I mean, they are labeled as guards, but they are witch hunters. Based on their outfits, anyway.
Truth is, we're already dependent on the black.
I'm Geralt of Rivia.
It matters not what you're called, it matters not where you're from. What matters is if you're prepared to fight Captain Mortimer!
Who organizes these fights?
Tournaments like this have been held in Skellige, Velen, and Novigrad for ages. Each region has its own champion.
Novigrad's is the tailor. Defeat Mortimer, and you'll gain the right to challenge him.
Alright. Looks like we can set an unusually large bet for this one.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Fight!
Troops, here now!
So at least in theory, this guy must be tougher than usual. He does have a very considerable health bar, at least.
Shut up and fight.
Britannia! Geralt of Rivia dethrones Captain Mortimer! Behold your prize champion! You have earned the honor to challenge Novigrad's champion, Durden the Tailor. You will find him in Far Corners, and fight there as well after sundown.
Well, that's good timing then. It is after sundown. And, oh, looks like the whole outskirts is called the Far Corners, and not just that one island's worth. So, on to the southern end of town. Okay, a couple of dead bodies hanging around in the next street over. Wonder if I can see what that's all about. Huh. And I've been overburdened. I want to deal with that before I go see the tailor. I mean, I am already in town, and for some reason my horse spawned down in the market there, and cannot seem to find her way up. Come on, Roach.
Giddy up.
Alright.
To make some coin too, eh?
Now I...
Slower.
Let me just check. Okay, so he is south of the canal here. But there are plenty of streets that cross over it. Shouldn't be a problem. Just take this bridge here. Go visit Hattori. And once I've sold all the weapons, I can go finish off this pugilism quest. Busy night.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt.
Listen.
Alright, as usual, first thing to do is to find ways of giving him money. And only after that do I actually start selling things off. Oh. And now he's at the end. I've been selling a lot of junk lately. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be coming back to him a few more times. So, even if I don't run him out of money, which I did, we could always use some more for later. Yeah, let's get some dimeridium ore. That stuff is useful for late game item crafting. Yeah, let's get rid of all these damn saddles while I'm at it. Those things weigh a ton, too. Oh, for crying out loud. Need another 200. So, yeah, hardened leather, that's another useful item. Give me just enough money, so... Now let's do something I probably should have done earlier. And compile some glyphs and runestones. Yeah, I definitely should have done this first. Giving him a solid 3,000. And while I'm at it, let's see here. I do have enough. I am high enough level to.
So long.
Looks like I could switch over to the Griffin Steel Sword, unless that's the one I've got on already. Whatever. Unfortunately, the basic bear gear is in Novigrad, so I'm not going to be seeing that in quite some time as well. And also the basic wolf gear is in Kaer Morhen, and you're only allowed back there when the plot demands it. So it's going to take even longer.
What do you seek here, stranger?
Yeah, Durden is definitely a reference.
Ah, we've been expecting you. We're already taking bets.
You've been weighed, you've been measured, and you've been found scrawny. In what world could you possibly defeat me?
The newcomer may seem all skin and bones, but remember, he defeated the Sergeant to the Bloody Baron of Velen.
This elf's a dig. That been the case with all champions of Novigrad?
No, I am the first. Do you know why they call me the Tailor? It began after I gutted some men with these very hands.
Knew that was gonna be a shitty story.
Just... there we go.
Came here to fight the Tailor, so let's do this.
Novigraders, one and all, a momentous occurrence. Before us, in just minutes, Geralt of Rivia will face the Tailor.
Come here, bitch. Uncle Durden wants to sew you a new face.
So yeah, Durden the Tailor, Tyler Durden. It's a Fight Club reference. Oh, dang it. Lost my rhythm. There we go.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Yeah, his fast jab is just hard to predict. Luckily, that's not all he uses. There we go. That was actually a little bit of a challenge.
Durden is champion no more. Henceforth, the title belongs to the Drifter. If you've not had your fill of slapabouts just yet, you'll find other eager challengers in Velen and Skellige.
Burnt flesh. Can they not burn those pyres beyond the city walls?
No, they can't, because they're making a point. Anyway, looks like that about wraps up Fists of Fury for Novigrad. So let's see what else. That's right. Found a little shrunken statuette. It was a little bit weird. I couldn't talk to Triss at that particular moment when I found it. But she is available now. And she's in the slums area. The Bits. Something kind of interesting about the slums in this town. See why most of the buildings around here are built fairly straight on solid foundations. Down in the Bits, you can't exactly count on solid foundations.
You're a bigger rat picker than me.
And several of these buildings are leaning down on each other.
What happened, kid?
They...
It smells like a trap.
Hey, wait.
The grave git.
Grab him.
Seriously? At least they brought a solid number of people.
Sick of it all.
Wonder where the kid went. Not through that door, I guess. But yeah, like I was saying, the buildings are falling down. They are sinking into the swamp. Hence the unusual shape of things here.
Who are you here for?
Triss.
Told her from the start. No men, no pets. 'Tis a decent house for decent folk.
Don't worry, won't stay long.
Apparently they're taking my word for it. Also, I'm taking all your booze.
Them Temerians. Cowards all. Fled across the Pontar, said they defended their fatherland.
Looks like they've put in some extra boards here so that they could have a level place to eat. And yeah, up here we've got Triss, along with all of her butter knives.
Yes, Geralt?
Been in Novigrad long?
Long enough to know how not to get caught and survive.
And before you came here, where were you?
Oh, places where I managed to get by without your help, too. Which doesn't mean I'm not happy to see you.
See, you kept the Rose of Remembrance I gave you in Flotsam.
Seems so long ago. Probably because so much has changed.
So, sentimental value. That why you kept it?
Partly, though more as a warning.
Look what I picked up.
Artifact compression. Someone got themselves enchanted in this figurine.
Intend to decompress?
Of course. Whoever cast the spell on the poor soul must have forgotten about him.
Looks like a nobleman.
Could be just that. Come with me. I can't perform the ritual here.
Everything's ready. Let's get to work.
Place is pretty grim.
True. It looks like a vampire's hideout. Which is why we can be pretty sure no one will bother us here. Give me the figurine and stand back.
Let's try it. Think it's a nobleman.
Be on your guard. It could be something far more dangerous.
Probably is a nobleman, then. Someone worth the effort of detaining in this fashion without just outright killing them.
In Aalen, Dwana, ar Ice.
No! Carl, no! I can explain everything!
Coral?
I never looked at the lass. You are my one and only. Oh, you're not Coral. Some succubus. A delusion. Where am I?
So Coral enchanted him. Just like her.
If there's a more vindictive sorceress, I don't know her. Well, except maybe...
Coral's not here? In that case, come to me, succubus.
Really?
What is your name?
We're in Novigrad. Novigrad.
In Novigrad? Last I recall, I was in Oxenfurt, and Coral was furious. How can she demand fidelity when she herself is wanton as
youthful goats.
Exactly. Damn it! I feel as if I've been trampled by a herd of cattle. I've no notion what she did to me, but it seems you've delivered me from my misfortune. Here, take this. Have a good time. Paint the town Coral.
Whose taste has grown worse since you were sleeping with her. Come on, the kind-hearted gentleman will get along fine on his own.
At least we got something out of that. Handful of coins. Oh, and a lesser glyph. Hooray.
Gonna be a butcher when I grow up.
So, looks like... yeah, she took us a couple buildings over. And...
Come here, hero. Give us a kiss.
presumably it's abandoned.